Vibrant community of expertise. Collaboration. Community. Confidence building.
A like-minded, inclusive support.
Support.
Continuing to learn. Thought-provoking.
Supportive. Collaborative network of expertise.
Research-informed feeding. Driving improvement.
Collaborative support. Shared purpose. Sharing good practice.
Supporting local expertise and expertise. Support a community of professionals.
Collaborative. Transformational.
Innovation.
Opportunities. Time to stop and think.
Empowering.
Inspiring.
Improving teaching.
Developing collaboratively. Supportive. Shared purpose.
Teaching maths better.
So I've been teaching for quite a long time, getting in the habit of doing the same thing in the same ways, and noticed that our year 7s were coming to the secondary just really good with explanations, good with their representations, and I wanted to know where they got these skills from. So I looked into training to be a secondary mastery specialist and just thought it would be a really good opportunity just to try and develop my teaching, try something new, a bit different. So I'm the Assistant Maths Hub Lead for Secondary, so it's a really varied role. So I run some work groups, so maybe a developing work group where we come into a school and we talk about what the existing practice is like, developing different ideas in terms of how they use variation, how they can try and improve fluency in their students. It's a really collaborative way of working. We all work together, we share some good ideas, we come and visit each other. It's a really nice environment to be in. Just feeling really excited about teaching again, just because you get into a bit of a rut of doing the same thing the same way, and then seeing someone teach, perhaps using representation to teach something that you've never thought of before, just makes you really stop and think about, that's so easy, I could definitely do that in my practice. And it makes you excited to try things out in the classroom again as well. Massive benefit to school, so it's really rarely a really high quality subject specific CPD, so having someone to work together with a school to try and develop that in school is really useful, and just having some really good quality resources to try out and use, and it's a really long term development. It's not a one-off, someone coming in to do an hour session, it's a continuous development. You keep on trying different things.
So I first got involved with the Yorkshire Ridings Maths Hub, delivering the subject knowledge for teaching maths course, so working with non-specialist teachers to share good practice and to support them in their maths teaching journey. As part of that role, I deliver the SKTM programme. It's 6 full days of CPD where we all come together, we go through those kind of teaching for mastery materials, reflect on what's going on in school and how we might be able to implement some changes and improvement. And I also have the privilege of working with the non-specialists for 6 extra days, either in their settings or with any kind of bespoke needs that they want in order to kind of help them in that first year or second year of their maths teaching. So it's a really interesting programme to be involved in, and it's a privilege to support them. So I think personally it's really rewarding. So as a somewhat experienced teacher of maths, to get to share what I think are good resources, materials, ideas, pedagogy, strategies. And it's really nice to work with people who are have a similar mindset, who get to try things out and get that kind of immediate feedback of improving their practice and hopefully supporting their young people to become better mathematicians. So I think the main benefits are, well, working with like-minded people and hopefully to make a difference, not just in my own setting, but in the kind of wider school community around the hub. And I think it also enables me to be a more reflective practitioner, to really drive down on what is good maths teaching, and obviously that hopefully will impact the people that I'm working with when delivering maths Hub programmes, but also benefits myself as I improve and constantly reflect and think about the teaching for mastery approaches and how I can use them day to day as well.
So I got involved in the Maths Hub when I moved up from London in 2017. I was in the second lot of primary mastery specialists and moved up from London to Sherburn and Elmet, and Harrogate was where I went to school, so I knew Colin Prestwich and spoke to him and said, I was doing this in London, can I carry it on up here? And he invited me along, and as a school we were in not a great place with our maths teaching, so it was really nice to feel like I had the support from the hub from the very beginning of my journey in school. I'm a head teacher advocate, so I go and speak at different events for the Yorkshire Ridings Maths Hub, and I also lead a sustaining teacher research group, which I've done since 2017, since moving up, so we're well stuck together now, our schools. And then I just also support schools if they do need something with their maths. What do I get out of it personally is probably why I do it, because you get to see people and be with people that are like-minded to you. In my job as head of school, I don't get the time to put into maths that I want, and so actually saying, no, I'm going to do these events or going to work with other people helps me carry on the drive that in 2015 when I applied to be a specialist is still there, because I think nearly 10 years on I'm still as, if not more, passionate about all children being able to access maths, and in the cohort of my school, maths is still a subject. Outside of school, that is, we can't do it, or well, they won't be very good, and we've worked really hard to reduce maths anxiety, and to walk into the maths lessons in my school with children loving maths and saying to us, the inspector, it's the best thing they do in their day, and our teachers coming together and having a shared feeling for how much we love maths is why I do it. And we don't get paid for it, we love doing it, and that's why I think it's nice when we're all together, because we're getting out what we're doing. It benefits my school because it's free, so it still blows my mind how people don't know about the hubs and aren't part of the hubs, because the team works so hard to have the most up-to-date or the most beneficial work groups or group of people delivering content to support the needs of our county. And when I came to the school, one of the girls or women that I work with, she didn't like maths, and I brought her along to a TRG. She now leads maths in my school, and she is now working with Helen in another project with Oracy, pioneering the first work group. So the love of my maths and the drive does ripple effect because of the support from the hub the other way, and it is free CPD for all, so I put my ECTs on it, I can put my teaching assistants on it, I can bridge the gap between year 6 and year 7 through the 5 to 8 project. I can work with people, and the shared collaboration of we want to be better at teaching, so our learning is better in maths. And I don't know why people aren't part of the hubs. I don't know why people aren't, why there isn't a waiting list, or it blows my mind that it's not 100% capacity.
So I knew about the Maths Hubs already, and I really wanted to get involved, and I found out they were doing secondary mastery specialism training and anything to be able to be better at doing the job that I do. And it was an amazing experience learning all about teaching for mastery in maths, and then the subsequent 2 years of working with my department, getting training on how to work with the department, and then going on to work with applicants from other schools. It was an amazing experience, and the fact that it's all fully funded really obviously helped the school buy into it as well. Well, this year I've become the Assistant Maths Hub Lead at secondary level, and I'm absolutely loving working with all the secondary mastery specialists, the local leaders of maths education in secondary, who are doing their developing work groups and the sustaining work groups, and help making sure that everything's running as smoothly as possible, and running my own work groups as well. I'm new to the role, I'm really loving it, and I'm so glad to be working with the Maths Hubs in a much more strategic way. Anything to do with developing maths education can be so reflective, and every time I interact with another maths teacher on whichever level, there's always so much that I get out of it, whether it's ideas or strategies, or maybe just ideas and strategies, and also being able to collaborate with other teachers in the work groups as well, and seeing how wide the Maths Hub does spread its expertise is really exciting to see. And also on our LLME days, linking with the primary teachers and just seeing what their experience is and what they do, and then really by the end of the day just feel I know so much more about what happens in a primary classroom. Well, we have people that are on different courses. We've got people on the subject leaders course and the SKTM ECT course, and these people will be contributing to the department, helping us with our journey on mastery in the way that they're learning it and how they can contribute to the team. So the team is getting all this benefit from the courses that the work groups that these people are involved in.
I got involved with the Maths Hub mainly because over the years I've been involved with it as a participant. But the work group that I was in was coming to an end because the work group lead was not going to continue it, and he actually volunteered me to step in. I thought, actually, I'd rather step in, take over the work group and work collaboratively with people. That's a bit I really enjoy doing, than sort of see it come to an end. So that's how I got involved. So I am a work group lead for A-level pedagogy. So I work with other A-level teachers in the Yorkshire Ridings Maths Hub area, and we work together with various themes. This year it's been problem solving as the overarching theme, and we're just trying to sort of take a deep look at what is problem solving, how can we really embed it into our teaching, and how can we improve students' outcomes. So I get a lot out of it actually, working collaborative with my peers, because I mean that's the outset of the group, is that we say we're working together, we're all in this together, and what's really nice is they give me a lot back, so I get a lot from them, and then also coming to the LLME days is brilliant. I get so much information, I get so much feedback on what I should be doing, what I can take back to the school, get them to use as well. It's been so informative, and what I really like about it is that it's something different every time I come. It's not the same thing. I learn something new, and I talk to people who have got the same kind of ideas as me, that able to improve everything, to improve the math that they're delivering, and we can really kind of dig deep into how to do that together. The school that I work in has got 2 of us working with the maths, believe it or not. So yeah, they're benefiting a lot. They get my input from what I've learned on the days that I come and see everybody. So I decant that information and take it back, and I feed it back, and we implement it. And both of us working together actually take on sort of different sides of it as well. So my colleague works with, we've got a training school, a SCIT, so he works with the training school, and he does a lot with them, and I tend to work with the core maths department as well, and the A-level teachers, and really kind of help them to grow and develop their own teaching.
So a teacher in my department was in cohort 1. He'd been teaching for mastery for about 5 years when I started at my current school. All of my department were getting loads out of it, and as he left, my head of department asked me if I'd take over, just so we could continue to network, to collaborate. We were already teaching for mastery, so we were already using all the methods that he taught us over the past few years, but just so we could continue to be in this professional, collaborative environment. My school wanted me to continue, so that's why I've ended up taking over from him. I come to events such as this one, network with other professionals. I learn from other professionals, go back to my school and deliver CPD on the methods that I've been taught at this kind of event. We get loads out of it. Rather than just being an isolated school doing our own thing, we get to talk to other schools, get to learn new methods, we get to teach other people what we've learned, and just be part of a really vibrant professional community. So it certainly benefits my whole department because we get to learn from other professionals. I can take the knowledge back to my school and deliver department CPD, so we all get to benefit. So even though it benefits my own teaching, it benefits the rest of the department as well.